all this shit that y'all taught us when we was kids, peer pressure and bullying is bad. Now y'all want people to do that shit to get people to fucking take this shit.
New shit.
Hell yeah. Fuck. These early morning shits that be getting you. But we here. Episode 39 of the Fuck That Shit Dog podcast.
Bringing it to you.
Yeah. I'm your boy Veezy.
Qurious.
Man.
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
Hey. One more time for the niggas in the back.
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
Dog, your boy.
Oh, yeah.
Out of there.
Outta
Nasty niggas. Get them out of there.
Man, but you know what's crazy? Did you know Chuck D tried to come to his defense?
Fuck Chuck D too.
But then after he did that, he had to not public enemy though. But he had to like backtrack his statements though. Like he had to backtrack. It was like, dog, there's no way to justify.
A lot of niggas is bad. Like, dog, I have seen so many niggas like trying to mask it as I'm not coming to his defense. But no, nigga, you're coming to his defense.
Yeah, can't do it.
That's just say you want to fuck little girls too, and R. Kelly going to jail for the shit now puts a big red fucking target on your ass. Just say that shit, and that's why you so up in arms about it. Because nigga, dog, I seen a nigga post, motherfucker, if R. Kelly was a pedophile, then he should go to jail for pedophilia. Well, nigga, when they tried to fucking when they tried him on that shit, when he had his case, the nigga got off twice. Right?
Yep.
So, nigga, let's find something else. We gon' get his ass. And it's like, how much fucking proof you need that he did what the fuck they said he did. He did the shit. He did the shit. Y'all don't remember the little girl running out the motherfucking house?
Lots of evidence. Yeah.
Dog, he did that shit.
Mm-hmm.
He did the shit. The girls that was defending him 2 years ago on what's that chick name? Gail, on Gail's show.
Right.
They done turned on him. Like, dog, come on, man. You did the shit. Racketeering 1 count, and then the 8 counts of sex trafficking. You did that shit.
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
Guess what, Ara?
You going to jail now? You going to jail now? You going to jail?
No, Akon came out tried to come to his defense saying he's
Fuck him too.
Yeah, dog. Crimes against kids.
It's just like
there really is no coming back from that.
Fuck you. If you
You
have
can't justify
any type of trying to justify or trying to come like they trying to make this shit racial. The girls that he victimized were black.
Yeah.
Niggas, what are y'all doing? I can understand niggas coming to Bill Cosby defense. All them white women saying that what he's supposed to do and all they motherfucking stories changed and shit. Motherfuckers been telling us about R. Kelly for years. Sparkle been telling us about R. Kelly for years. Like, that's why I didn't watch the fucking
the documentary.
What was that Escaping R. Kelly or Surviving R. Kelly? That's why I ain't watched that shit. Cause like, I don't need to watch it. I believe everything they fucking saying. I don't need to watch it.
Yeah,
I don't need to watch it. I know R. Kelly's a nasty nigga. We've been saying R. Kelly's a nasty nigga
for a long time.
And now he's going to jail for being a nasty nigga.
That's it. The black community in general needs to start looking at things in context. We just can't always say the black man's being railroaded by the system. It does happen. But in context, there's no way to justify what that man did.
It'd be different if you had girls coming out accusing him 30 years ago, and then all of a sudden they story changed, and then they were saying, well, nah, I took, like the shit that happened with Michael Jackson.
Right.
Like this is the only two that you can actually compare because it's dealing with kids.
Right.
How you can say, well, why the fuck don't you have that much smoke for Michael Jackson? Well, Michael Jackson's accusers came out and said that they were lying. And then they came back out and had that dumbass documentary.
Yep.
Where nigga, you already came out and said you was lying, came out and said that they paid you to do that shit, came out and said they paid you to say that shit.
Right.
But now you need more money, so now you got this fucking dumbass documentary.
And then the man died 10 years ago, so you do further smear his name.
Yeah. And nigga,
So you look crazy.
everybody know y'all liars. Both the two niggas that was on that documentary. It'd be different if motherfuckers came out and said, well, no, that video that came out that everybody saw, I was actually 18 in that video and I wanted the shit. All right. All right. It'd be different.
Right.
It would be different.
Yeah.
It'd be different if Sparkle came out and said, yeah, all that shit I was talking for the last 20 years, none of that shit was true. I lied. It'd be different. But motherfuckers been saying this shit.
Yeah.
This nigga, bruh, as technology expanded, as technology as we were able to do more things with technology, social media became more of a thing. You start hearing more and more and more and more and more shit dealing with this nigga and him dealing with underage girls and him dealing with this whole sex trafficking thing and how he, I guess, makes them sex slaves or whatever, just because, just to fucking condense all the shit.
Right.
You start hearing more and more and more of it. And it's like, they finally got his ass.
Yeah. It's just that simple.
Now, you want to know what else I want to see happen?
What's that?
I want to see everybody else held accountable now. All the people that all the people that took up for him, all the people that covered this shit, all the people that helped him, because he ain't do all that shit by himself.
Oh no, he had a network.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. System.
When it's racketeering involved, that's like mob shit.
Mm-hmm.
You like one person on a racketeering charge is like he wasn't the mob by himself. He had motherfuckers helping him. I want to see them go down.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, but like I said, at the same time, I'll never, I wasn't that big of a fan of his music, but at the same
Oh,
time, it's
I
like,
love this music.
yeah, I'm not, wasn't no
Loved
super
with a
duper fan.
hard D. I love this music. And no pun intended for you nasties out there. There's a D at the end of loved. I'm just saying, I pronounced that. I loved his music. You feel me?
No, I ain't no R&B nigga, but he it's just like I said, look at stuff in context, man. The nigga deserved every little bit of what he got,
Hell
and
yeah.
and he got the nerve to be like, hey, he gonna appeal and all that stuff, nigga. There
Because the
is no
nigga
appeal.
cocky, dog. Dog,
Yeah,
when you got niggas taking the stand, asking you, can they play their demo for you? Like he knows he still has some type of power out there. He knows this. So of course he gonna appeal. Of course he gonna, but dog, hey, eventually you gonna get to your last leg and you gonna have to do that time.
that's all there is to it.
It's all it is to it. You gonna have to do that time.
Yeah, man.
And racketeering, I wonder how much he gonna get for this shit.
Yeah, it should be crazy numbers, but like I said, crimes against kids are just ridiculous. Like I said, there is no therapy, there's no rehabilitation,
Nothing.
there's nothing for it because if you took it upon yourself, that means that this unsuspecting, defenseless person was subject to your whims, whatever you wanted to do,
Yeah,
and you
and
did that shit.
keep that thought because we gonna get into crimes against kids
Yeah,
later.
yeah,
After
yeah, man.
much later, but yeah,
Yeah,
keep
man.
keep that thought because that's important. What you just said.
Mm-hmm.
What you just said. But yeah, as for Mr. R. Kelly,
Guilty. That nigga is guilty.
again, he did everything they said he did. Like Kanan and Power said, oh, he did that shit. He did that shit. Whatever they saying he did that shit. Hey, you gone, nigga. You can do all the pills you want. You gone. Next topic.
Yes, sir.
California news anchor Frank Somerville was suspended for wanting to call out the disproportionate coverage of the Gabby Petito case. We familiar with the Gabby Petito case.
Right.
The chick went with her boyfriend on
this nigga done
adventure.
killed her and haul ass.
Yeah. Well,
Mm-hmm.
she was reported missing. They went on a vacation together or some shit.
Cross country.
Now, allegedly, because we still don't know what the hell happened because they still ain't found this dude.
Nope.
So we don't know what happened, but he came back home without her, and then dipped again.
Out of there.
And they found her in Wyoming, and she was dead. And yeah, but this dude, who's an older white guy, but he has an adopted black daughter.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to, like, they covered the case, like all news outlets been covering the case. Missing white woman, of course. But he wanted to just have a little blurb at the end just to make note that this is getting a lot of attention, but there are other girls who are missing. In particular, black girls who don't get as much coverage. They suspended this nigga indefinitely. Just for wanting to do that.
Right.
Just for saying, hey, this case is getting way too much attention. I'm not saying it shouldn't get any attention because, that's domestic violence and shit like that.
Serious. It's serious.
It's a serious thing, but I've seen a few missing persons reports involving black women in similar situations, and they don't get any news coverage
at all.
You see them online because that's where they're posted.
Right.
But you don't. This chick went missing, and it was all over the news.
It was everywhere. I was
one white woman.
I was like, who is this? Who is this Gabby person?
Yeah, one young white woman goes missing, and the world is in an uproar.
The whole world. I don't know if you remember the one girl that was she was overseas, the Natalie Holloway.
Yeah,
I remember that shit. It was like, who did it? Who did it? The motherfucker she was with.
Yeah,
but they made sure they didn't know.
So much coverage,
so much.
Like
they stopped the world for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's that white flower,
bruh.
That shit
white women are the jewel of as much as you would believe that white men hate white women, just on a misogyny tip.
Yep.
The way they want to control white women and all this shit and all that. Touch a white woman and see what happens. Like you might not get lynched like in the 50s, but something is going to happen.
For real.
It gonna get the police are gonna be called. You going down quick as fuck.
You going down. You're guilty, nigga. You're guilty.
Like, listen. We talking about R. Kelly with black girls. Imagine if one of them girls was white.
Nigga, trial over in one day.
Nigga would have been in jail in 2003 if that girl on that video would have been white.
What? Not that sweet white innocent flower.
That nigga would have been in jail. They'd have executed this nigga. Wouldn't have been no Chocolate Factory. Wouldn't have been no TP2.
Wouldn't have been no Black Panties album. No White Panties album.
None of that shit. It wouldn't have been none of that shit. Feeling on your booty? No. That nigga would be gone.
Out of there.
If that little girl was white. But because she was black, it took 20 years to get this nigga out of there.
20 years. A lot of surveillance and non-disclosure agreements.
Yeah, so when you looking at disproportionate coverage, this shit it's not something that's being made up. It's not something that's being made up. You can do all black women can be disrespected, beaten, killed, raped,
But
all types of shit, and it doesn't get as much coverage as a white chick falling and scraping her fucking knee.
scraping her knee, scraping her goddamn knee.
Oh my God, Susie Ann fell and scraped her knee. Breaking news: this bitch fell and scraped her knee.
Hey, straight up. And see, and the thing about it is, like I said, context.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, disproportionate. You don't care about all these sisters missing, all these black women missing one white woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, in some way, kind of got something to do with how she looked. Young, white, kind of pretty. Oh hell no, she can't be missing,
bruh.
Cause I don't know if they be searching for Curly Ann, who about 300 pounds out the trailer park. They be like,
She probably still get a little coverage.
She get a little coverage.
But yeah, you right.
But that look too,
young and pretty.
We got to find her ass today. So
that's a damn shame.
That's fucked up though. It's fucked up. It shows how shallow America is, and it shows how racist America is. All in one breath. You know what I'm saying? So it's just amazing that you have to continue to see these things, and then it's like we have these political questions where they say, "Is America racist?" Like my dog said, "Boy, hell, fuck yeah!" It's crazy.
Yeah, America racist as shit.
Wow.
Fuck them up against the wall.
Wrong button.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Hey,
America racist as shit.
Straight up. Ain't no two ways about it, man. So it's amazing. It's like I said, you suspend a man indefinitely for saying, "Hey, you know."
I just want to bring light to the disproportionate coverage, just to say, hey, while we're focusing so much on this one white woman, these few black women are also missing and also need to be found and also need that attention.
They need it.
And it's like, nah, Frank.
Yeah.
Just don't come to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll let you know when you can come back, if you can come back.
No,
that's what they say. When you suspend it indefinitely, it ain't when you can come back. It's if you can come back.
Come on.
Shit. Frank might.
You about to lose your job.
Sad.
You about to lose your job. Get this thing.
He a white man.
And he a white man.
But see, he's got that little, he's got that tinge of compassion because he has a black daughter.
Oh yeah.
He probably one of them. They said adopted, but he's probably married to a black woman who already had a black child. So adopted is like she's his stepdaughter.
Yeah. So basically, he's the white guy at the cookout who's blending in.
Something like that.
Who's around here with the Black Lives Matter shirt protesting harder than black folks because it's too hot outside. But it's all right.
We already talked about.
Yeah.
Not even finna get into that.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, it's needed sometimes, man.
It is.
Because
I don't mind.
honestly, in America, white voices get heard, and that's probably why they suspended that.
That's hard, right there.
He's a white man.
That's hard.
White voices get heard, and what makes that statement more fucked up is white voices get heard by black people more than black voices.
Hold on. No, you might have to say that shit again. I'll say that shit again.
White voices get heard by black people more than black voices. Yeah.
Damn. That's some real ass shit.
Think about it. All the black people you know screaming, white people racist. Well, I'm not gonna say white people, but screaming racism. But then here you got, I keep forgetting her name. The little white woman, the white lady, the doctor that did the Blue Eyes Challenge.
Oh my, Jane.
Jane.
Oh, she a gangster.
Yeah, but look, see how high regard we hold her.
Oh yeah, but her experiment is ill though.
It is. I'm not. Hey, I'm not taking. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's real.
I'm just saying. Black people know her.
Yes, we do.
You know.
Yes, we do. We know who Tim Wise is.
We know who Tim Wise is. How many black people know who
Dr. Umar
Doctor?
is.
That's a good example.
Yeah.
But I got a better one. Dr. John Henry Clark.
Oh,
How
oh,
many
oh,
black
oh,
people
my
know him?
dog. No, you're right.
Who been saying it,
Who
and
been
probably
saying
who
it.
Dr. Jane gets a lot of her information from.
Yep.
I wouldn't say gets her information from, but he's probably someone she holds in high regard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But
That's a good statement, though.
if like we've seen it, a nigga can go out and say all type of shit about how fucked up this country is. It falls on deaf ears. Then
Mhm.
little white Jimmy comes out and says this exact same shit, and his video goes viral,
Uh,
viral.
What?
10 million
I did
views.
not know until she said it.
Right.
Like Dr. Claude Anderson, like he should be more famous. You know, certain guys who are speaking on our behalf in the spirit of not necessarily revolution, but
Yeah.
black
But
economics, they should be more known.
I don't think. I know Dr. Anderson. He's not doing it for fame.
No.
You know, this is a
Not
guy.
that, but
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that has held positions in the U.S. government.
yeah. But I mean, just more prevalent. His name should be more
Yeah.
prevalent amongst the, you know, the black community. Like I said,
That's
all
a
we do is
man that we should
entertainers.
be taking more serious because of the positions he's held.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
this is not somebody that doesn't know what he's talking about.
Right.
He knows what he's talking about.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but that's fucked up. And shout out to that reporter who wanted to report the real shit. Because it is a big deal. Because we had a young black man who was basically murdered, he was found,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I guess a few weeks after that thing. But their mom was trying to bring attention. She said this little white girl is plastered all over the place, and my son's not getting any attention.
Right.
And like I said, they finally found him. And it's like, it's a shame that you have to make that comparison to show that there's, you know, somebody's not doing enough
Right.
to help. You know, like they steal somebody's child. You know, it shouldn't be like that. This black man gets no attention.
The coverage should be the same across the board.
Yeah.
Like these media outlets, they do that shit one for ratings, because they know if they start plastering a bunch of lost black people on the news, racist white people ain't gonna watch. And the news still wants racist people to watch the news.
That's real.
All that sweet bullshit. Like they only give a fuck about ratings. That's why you see more negative news than positive news. Because negative news entertains.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Big. That's big.
You're not gonna get as many people excited about, you know, some positive shit. And I think we talked about this shit on a past episode too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that shit got a whole bunch of coverage, and it's like, well, what about these girls? What about the young man you was talking about?
Right.
Yeah. Next topic, nigga. This shit had me kind of hot.
What's
A
that?
little bit,
What's that,
nigga.
dog?
These two Columbus pigs. If y'all want to call them police officers, that's fine. But these two pigs was arrested and charged with crimes related to distributing 8 kilograms of fentanyl.
Mm.
Nigga,
That shit's crazy.
so you know a lethal dose of fentanyl is about 2 milligrams, right?
Mm.
8 kilos is enough to kill. I think the numbers. I think they said it's enough to kill 5 million people.
Mm. That's
Why
crazy.
is that much? Like, I don't know if you saw my post, but that's what I posted on Facebook, just basically saying if you're dealing with drugs, still be careful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I, I don't know who out there.
Do that shit, but don't do a lot of it.
I don't know who out there. If you snorting cocaine, shooting heroin,
Mm-hmm.
smoking crack, popping pills, whatever, just whatever you doing. You know, it's no judgment. People, hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do my whole thing is get help if you can, but you must please be careful because they putting that shit in every fucking thing. Step on it, and this shit gives off motherfucking. They putting that shit in it in order to kill motherfuckers. Like, yeah, niggas, the more people that we get with this shit, we ain't got to worry about drugs no more. Because all the drug addicts is dead. Which is fucked up because it ain't just addicts that motherfucking
use drugs as other
use
people.
drugs. Yeah. Like, let me not say it that way. Because you saying it ain't just addicts that use drugs.
They is addicts though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
but basically, what I'm like, it in a sense, it isn't just addicts because a person trying a drug for the first time isn't an addict yet.
You're a new user.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, what if little Sally decides she wants to snort a little cocaine or she wants to try crack for the first time? Why? I would not understand who would ever want to just try crack. But if you
just want to smoke the rock,
yeah, she just she wants to live that life for whatever reason, and her first dose could be her worst dose, and
that could be it.
That could be it.
I mean, that's terrible, man. So I mean, have they been charged yet? Those officers?
Yeah, they was charged. I didn't see exactly what the charges. It just said charges with crimes related to distributing. So
that should be open and shut.
Trafficking, probably their possession with intent.
Open and shut. I've been hearing that word fentanyl a lot.
That's the shit that was found in
Michael K. joint.
Yep, DMX.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's terrible. That
it's another chemical that they use to fucking stretch that shit, I believe.
And it's just crazy, man. It's like, man, and you know what? I think there was like a documentary on not even a documentary. It was a series or something on Netflix that had some kind of like how they mixed the stuff or how they had people that was using it, and it was like, oh, this is crazy. Like you literally watch, they're videotaping people basically. I would say committing a crime or whatever. But these were just people just using. Like this is nuts. Like, dog, this junk shouldn't be readily available to people. Like, who's making this shit? Nah, like,
it's me.
And it's killing people. It's killing people. So man, I hope they get all the time they asking for. That shit is nuts.
It's pigs, so who knows?
Yeah, motherfuckers get like 5 years probation. 5 years probation
on a drug charge, yeah. Because I guess they drugs ain't kill nobody yet, so it is what it is.
They find some kind of way. Fuck both of them.
Hell yeah. And then moving on, in related news, CNN reports that retired cops convicted of serious crimes are still cashing in on their retirement benefits.
Oh, there it is. That shit lame. The ass need to be knocked the fuck out.
Now see, here's my thing about this. Is it retired cops who then commit crimes, or is it cops who committed crimes while they was cops and then were forced to retire instead of being fired? I mean, like, because that says a lot.
I mean, that's interesting, but I think that's probably more or less what it is. Like people who still getting that benefit because that police union, you know, they are definitely for making sure those guys get the money that they supposedly deserve. You know, even after the fact. You know,
that's why that motherfucking union need to be. Every time something happens, we never hear about the union being sued. It's always the city. We never hear about the union being sued. Never hear about the pension being sued. And I've been saying this for I don't know how many, for I don't know how long. That shit would stop in a heartbeat if we went after they motherfucking pockets. You sue the city, the police still gonna get paid.
Still.
Cause that money ain't coming out of their budget. The money coming out of the budget for the roadways and education and infrastructure and shit like that. But the police getting all their money.
All the time. Make sure they get it.
Yeah. So when you go and you sue the city, you ain't hurting nobody but yourself, your kids, your friends and their kids and all that shit. And the police just gonna keep doing what the fuck they do.
Yeah. No accountability. Still.
None. Like, hey, shit, the city got sued. We still getting paid. That's why, nah, fuck all that shit. Fuck that shit, dog. Sue the fucking pigs. Sue them. Sue their union. Sue that pension. Get that shit out of there. And maybe we'll see something come about that. So yeah, sue the police. Fuck them.
That's it.
Fuck them. Fuck them up against the wall.
And take all their money. Don't take the city money. Take the police money. You take their money. I bet you they cut that shit out. Then they'll probably start holding themselves accountable. Like, hold up, listen, because y'all ain't finna have me losing my motherfucking pension. All you bad apples. Time to trim you niggas from the tree. That was a stupid ass analogy, but whatever.
I mess with it. Trim the ass from the tree.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Next topic. And this one might affect us, I think. Because YouTube has banned all anti-vaccine content, including and not limited to the COVID vaccine. So that's all vaccines. So if you out there talking about the polio vaccine wrong, they cutting your shit off.
Get off that shit,
The
cuz.
MMR vaccine, they cutting that shit off.
I mean, the way it looks and the way it seems, like I said, this is a conspiracy theorist's dream. All right, you can't say nothing about the vaccines. You got
can't.
anything?
And like, dog.
They cutting your shit off.
And the fact that they going to such great extents
Limits.
to mute and silence you lets you know that something ain't right about this shit.
Yeah. And I mean, and just like I said, I heard people say something about nanotechnology. I was talking to my dog earlier this week. Yeah, but then with that being said, you just have, they want to put the stuff in you. Then it's like, okay, say in 6 months, we want you to get another shot. So you mean to tell me I'm finna get poked 3 times for some stuff that you are experimenting with? No, I'm gonna stick with my 2 shots that I got. And I ain't getting no third one, and I'm finna mask up and just hopefully nothing do nothing to me.
Look, see.
But it's just crazy though. Just like you said, remember one time you said, what's worse, will it kill you quickly or will it kill you slowly?
Exactly. So I mean, at this point, it's like, fuck, what we gonna do?
I mean, it's a hopeless situation. It's a hopeless situation.
Because now you finding some people finding themselves in that it's already people losing their jobs, walking off the job. But some people, like a lot of people, finding themselves in that predicament where their job is requiring the vaccine. And it's like, all right, wait a minute. Where the fuck is that in my hiring packet? Where the fuck is that in my what's that, welcome sheet? That ain't what it's called, but that's what I'm.
The hiring packet is good enough.
Yeah. Where is that shit? Like when I got hired and I signed all my paperwork, there was nothing in there about vaccines. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Like, you're not required to be vaccinated to work. You required to, like, you gotta have certain shots before you can go to school. When you was a kid, I guess, but even those kids that aren't vaccinated, when they grow up, they don't have to show any other proof of vaccination before they can get a job. But now this shit comes out, and now you have to show proof and all this shit. And if you don't have proof, you can lose your job. And then the government is mandate. Like, none of this shit is constitutional.
At all.
Like, how in the hell is this the land of the free if you're not even free to make your own decisions about your shit?
Your body. Mm-hmm.
We the land of the free, but you not free to make a decision on your own fucking well-being. Meaning, hey, there's this disease out here. There's a vaccine that you can use that'll help slow, because it don't stop you from getting it. It don't stop you from getting it.
And it's that simple. That's it. It don't stop you from getting it.
But we can give you this shot. It'll lighten the motherfucking symptoms. You probably won't get hospitalized. Probably won't, because it is still fully vaccinated people getting hospitalized.
Yep, still.
As small as the number is, it's still happening. You know, we have this for you. Or you can go a more natural route. It's your body. Do what you want. But the main thing is everybody should be doing their part to
Not
take
spread
care of
shit.
themselves and not spread it. That's the whole thing right there. A vaccine is one way. But, nigga, if I have a headache, I don't have to take aspirin. I don't have to take Tylenol. I don't have to take ibuprofen. I have a choice. And I can choose not to take either and weather the storm, take a nap, and hopefully when I wake up, my headache gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I have the flu, I can choose to take some flu medicine. I could choose to go to the hospital. You know, whatever. I'm not forced to take anything. And there's a flu vaccine, I don't have to take it. Right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the flu does kill people. If it's bad enough, turns into pneumonia and it kills people. But there's treatments for it. There's treatments for it. There's ways to build up your immune system so that if you do catch it, your body can fight it off better. Or if your immune system is just that fucking dope, you catch it and probably don't even feel the shit. Probably get the sniffles for a couple days and then it's out of there. But these are all choices you can make regarding whether or not you want to take what they have provided to either treat or help, you know, I don't even want to call it immunizer because it's not immunizing anybody. You're not immune.
You're not immune.
You're not immune. And that's why they stopped calling them immunizations. Because you're not immune.
You're not. Still get it.
And when you look at chickenpox, the chickenpox vaccine or whatever, if you want to call that an immunization,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't ever seen. Since they got that vaccine, I haven't seen or heard of a child with chickenpox. I guess that's something you could call an immunization.
Right.
And when they talk about your immunization records, have you been immunized to these? And even then, those ones have been studied longer
Than what we
than
got
what
now.
the fuck we have for this other shit.
Goddamn microwave shit.
So I mean, it's just
It's a conspiracy theorist dream. Like
the
this shit is
fact
nuts.
that social media sites
Or banning anti-vax talk. I think I made one post and I got like some kind of blurb about don't spread false information.
nigga, anytime
Something
you
from World
put if you put the word COVID in a post, it don't even matter what you like. You could just type COVID ill or whatever, and they'll put this whole little blurb about COVID information under your post. I don't want that shit under my post. Who gave you the right? Oh, actually, you probably did give them the right to do that shit when you signed up for their account.
agreed to terms.
Yeah, the new terms and conditions. Yeah, we can do whatever we want with your post. This whole social media shit, like, and that's the whole thing with like when one person has an idea and everybody flocks to it and it becomes the thing. Like Facebook is the thing. Where else are you going? There's no other shit like it. And then any other shit that comes out, Facebook buys them out. Like they got a monopoly on fucking Facebooking, pretty much.
Yeah, they do
Like on
basically.
social media, because they bought Instagram out. Like, I mean, they can't buy Twitter or whatever. I don't know, but it's like I thought I lost my train of thought. I was just I was getting to these platforms not allowing for freedom of speech. It's
It's a
basically
muzzle. It's a muzzle. It's a muzzle on the people to push an
yeah,
agenda.
yeah,
And I think that's the worst thing that we have going on. You feel like somebody is pushing you towards something. Like there
hmm
is no freedom of thought. There is no freedom of feeling like you're the master of your own destiny.
right,
Feel like
right,
you're the
right,
master of your body. It's like, okay, yeah, all these different things pushing me to do something that I don't have faith in.
right,
You're pushing me to put something in my body that I'm not sure that you did your due diligence and research
right.
to make sure that it's safe for me. So I mean, then it's like then you're trying to tell me I need to make my kids take it as well, and it's like you can't make me take my kids somewhere to get poked by something that you ain't do any research on,
And they
not
already
knowing what the
got that
effects would
shit.
be.
They got it where it's coming out that they
Yeah,
trying to get authorization for 5 to
yeah,
11 year
and
olds.
it's like who does that? Like it's like now this thing is like okay, what's your sample size? Who you been doing that to, and what were the effects on these kids?
Hmm.
So it's like you not providing that information. All
Like,
you saying
what
is that you
kids are
should
you
do it.
testing this shit on?
Yeah, so it's like
Like,
what you saying is just do it.
I have an idea. I have a theory that they just going into like orphanages and just poking kids that have nobody to look after them.
But the thing is, are they beyond doing that? No.
No, they not.
Like that's something that could possibly happen. And it's like, okay, so what's your sample size? I'm not. You can't do that off 100 kids, 200, not even 300. Man, you have to do that on like thousands of kids to be like, is this shit safe?
Hmm.
And if it's safe for those thousands of kids, you ain't reporting no effects, then more than likely it'll be approved. But the FDA is not doing that. They just like I mean they could be doing that, like my dog said, but
Dog, niggas wasn't trusting the FDA at all
yeah,
until COVID. Now everything got to be FDA approved.
I'm telling
Like, hold
you.
up, wait a minute. Since when do y'all give a fuck about the FDA approval? Because all the Monsanto products are FDA approved, and y'all been going hard on Monsanto.
Well, I mean, and that plus the fake meat shit, this Beyond Meat shit,
Yeah,
like they were fighting to keep labels off of telling people that meat was fake. You don't want people to know that they eating fake shit. That's FDA approved. Fuck out of here. It's like, what is it if it ain't meat, nigga?
right. We talking about Beyond Meat.
I mean, yeah, dog. There was some stuff that they was trying to pass a minute ago that was like, hey, this is like such and such part, like you know what I'm saying, giving you percentages of what's meat and what's not. You can't, and they
And
didn't want to tell
Beyond
you.
Meat,
Yeah, and they didn't want to tell you what was in there.
well, Beyond Meat is supposed to be like vegan and shit.
Well, there was like a couple of them. I go back and do my research, but yeah, man, they was trying to do something where they couldn't. They did not have. They wanted to make sure that they wanted to say that we do not have to put a label on it, let you know that it is not meat.
Oh, okay.
Like you should know that if it's meat or not. Like they just like give them the shit.
Okay.
No,
That don't for Beyond Meat.
I still ain't eating that shit either. Cause I don't know what the Beyond is. Fuck
I
out
mean,
of
it's
here.
supposed to be like beans and
Protein. That's what they say. But
because I done had a Beyond burger, a
yeah,
Beyond
I
Meat
mean, I ain't
burger,
saying you poison,
like
dog.
a vegetarian. No, I'm just saying
Yeah.
like it's supposed to be like a vegetarian a veggie burger, but it's not veg. It's not all vegetables. It's like beans and other shit. Like nigga, it's processed fucking food. You know what I'm saying? Like this was my shit with a lot of vegans that eat the Beyond Meat, but they want to be all high and mighty about niggas that eat actual meat and actual like sandwich meat. You're not eating processed meat and all this. I said, do you eat Beyond Meat burgers? Yeah, you eat processed food too, dipshit. It's a process. It went through a process.
Went through a process.
It went through a process to make that goddamn patty like that.
Yeah, man.
Everything is processed. If it goes through a process for you to consume it, it's processed. Now, what's the process?
Yeah,
That's the question.
That
What's the
part.
process?
What is the process? God damn it! But I just feel like this whole stance or these particular groups of anti-vaxxers versus people who are vaccinated, it's not going anywhere, and it's going to become even more stupid. But it's not going anywhere, and it's just another way to divide people.
Yeah, I
to
seen
come
a
to these
video.
subgroups, and
I seen a
crazy.
video of it was like
Mhm.
an anti-vax versus vax fight in France. Like the anti-vaxxers were fighting the vaxxers, and it's just like this is what they want.
Yeah, this
This
is
is exactly what they want.
So
Divide and conquer.
that's it.
Like nigga, that shit with with the NBA. I seen some because they're trying to, they want more of the NBA to take the vaccine, and you had uh certain NBA players like Kyrie,
Andrew Wiggins
Andrew Wiggins, who
said they
you
ain't
know,
taking it.
no, they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. They didn't say they didn't take it. They said they're not divulging whether they're taking it or not.
Yeah.
Like it's not your business. But in the in an article I read, they're pushing the vaxxed NBA players to basically peer pressure and bully their teammates that aren't vaxxed, that haven't taken the vaccine, into taking the vaccine. So all this shit that y'all taught us when we was kids, peer pressure and bullying is bad. Now y'all want people to do that
use
shit
that
to
shit,
get
nigga.
people to fucking take this shit. Like, we are like this vaccine, COVID is setting us back so many fucking years, especially when especially when it looks like it's going in the way of another form of segregation.
Yep.
Like pretty soon we're gonna start seeing signs vaxxed only. We
It can
don't
go there.
serve unvaxxed people. If you don't have your vaccine card,
Yep. If you cannot provide proof of a card, you cannot eat here.
yeah.
Like it can go like
And
that.
then it's so politicized. Like motherfuckers are gonna win and lose elections based on their stance
On vaccines.
on vaccines and COVID.
Stupid
Like
shit.
this shit is nuts.
Stupid
It's
shit.
nuts. And that this shit has gotten to this point to where it's a political stance.
Crazy.
It shouldn't be that.
Not at all.
Personal choices should not be political stances. If I don't want to take the fucking vaccine, that is my prerogative.
That's it. Like Bobby Brown said,
It's my motherfucking prerogative.
they changed that shit.
It's my business. It ain't yours. If you have taken the vaccine and you're worried about me, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You're protected, right?
You should be all right.
You should be all right. You shouldn't be worried about me. I should be worried about me. Right?
I should be worried about that.
If an unvaxxed and a vaxxed person go into a room full of COVID infected people, who should be more afraid?
If it does what it's supposed to do.
I mean, assuming that it does.
Assuming that it does.
Who should be more afraid?
The unvaxxed person.
But who's probably the most afraid?
I don't know.
The vaxxed person. Why? Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's always listen. I had an argument with a nigga about the flu vaccine a couple years ago, right? And I told him, I said, dog, if you are vaccinated, if you have taken the flu shot, why are you worried about somebody who hasn't? Well, because I have a daughter and blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, if you have taken the fucking flu shot, why are you worried about people that haven't? Well, because other people can get my. Why would you have your child around other people?
Who are
Because
sick.
your child can't take can't take the flu shot, right? Why would you have your child in that situation? If your child is more susceptible to that
Getting sick.
virus, to
Right.
that disease, why would you have them in that position? You're a bad parent. Don't worry about me not taking the flu shot. If you have your child around me when you know she can't take the vaccine, that's your fault. You're the bad parent.
That's a roundabout way of saying you suck.
Same with COVID. Same with COVID.
That shit's crazy.
If you've taken the shot and you believe that it does what it's supposed to do, you good. You shouldn't be worried about nobody else. And for the social media sites to just like this whole censorship thing is just getting out of fucking hand. Cause now we can't really say anything. It's getting to the point where nigga, we out here looking like China. You can't say a goddamn thing.
Mm.
Now, I understand China because China is a communist nation. Their government controls fucking everything.
Yep.
But we supposed to be the land of the free. We supposed to be the masters of our own fate. Right?
Right.
But I can't fucking say nothing. Nigga, you know this ain't got nothing to do with vaccine. This has everything to do with censorship. In one of the Facebook groups I'm in. In one of the Facebook groups I'm in, the admin made a post saying, "Hey guys, we need y'all to chill out and stop all the cussing and stuff because this group can be purged. Why can it be purged? Because Facebook guidelines now say we're monitoring all Facebook groups. If you have a bunch of foul language or stuff like material that's not suitable for the like, dog, how do you think people communicate with each other? Sometimes people who are in disagreements curse. I don't agree with what the fuck you said. That's some stupid shit you just said. I should be able to say that.
That's some stupid shit, dog.
I shouldn't. I can't say that what you said was dumb as fuck and you look and sound stupid for saying it. I can't say that.
Just like that.
It's retarded. Oh, I can't say that either.
Somebody might be offended.
Dog, this shit.
No, but I'm with you though.
It's just the way shit going. Like, what's democracy anymore?
Mm. That's deep. Or is it really aristocracy?
Was it ever such a thing?
Oh, that's a deep question. That's a deep one.
Yeah. Fuck it, man. I'm anxious to see how this affects us because we got a few videos where we was talking shit about that shit. You know,
Never knew.
our videos haven't gotten up to the 1,000,000,000 views, so I don't think they really give a fuck. But
Yeah, yeah.
let one hit that plateau, and we'll probably be getting the letter.
What y'all niggas talking about?
This is the what pot? The fuck that shit, dog. Fuck who? Nigga, fuck you.
Fuck him! Fuck him up against the wall!
National Labor Relations Board says college football players and some other athletes are school employees and can unionize.
Now, what does that do? I mean, we just was talking about, freedom. It gives freedom back to the players.
Mm-hmm.
You can unionize. You can say, "Hey, man, I don't like what the fuck y'all doing.
We overworked.
And we ain't finna do that shit.
We overworked. We need more compensation for our motherfucking trouble. You niggas is making millions off us. This NIL shit ain't hitting yet because everybody ain't getting paid like y'all said we would.
Well, and of course, just like we said, the guys who are those names or those quarterbacks and the those main players, those are the ones who are going to reap the benefits off those NIL deals. Where to unionize and be like, hey, you coaches who make these millions of dollars, you make millions. Like, dog, I'm around this bitch getting $20 to $30 a game, eating a steak dinner.
Right.
Like, that ain't enough. I should
That's
get
why
more.
it's called name, image, and likeness, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you made a name for yourself in the game and people know it, yes, you should be able to benefit off that. I already like. Come on, the fucking place kicker on the team ain't finna have no super huge NIL deals.
Nope.
The third string fucking running back out there, talking about, hey y'all, I just made a deal with such and such. Like, nigga, you are the third string running back. Nobody gives a fuck about your deal. Ain't nobody coming to check for you. Your friends and family might fuck with you on that shit,
No
but
one's wearing your jersey.
nobody knows who the fuck you are.
Nope.
Like, ain't nobody buying your jersey
At all.
So
0%.
if NCAA comes back out with a football game, ain't nobody playing with you. You're not finna be the starting running back on nobody's team.
You're not on the cover, dog.
Like,
So
that's what NIL is going. That's the perfect example of NIL right there. When a video game does come out, because it is coming, that nigga that's gonna be on the cover of that game is going to get paid.
He's getting paid.
He gonna get paid.
He's getting paid.
And the nigga who wins the Heisman, he's gonna get paid.
He's getting paid.
And if it's a fucking junior, oh, you definitely getting paid.
2 years.
Because you can come back and still play.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
the niggas out there having a Reggie Bush type career.
You're
getting paid. Like Reggie should have got paid.
Yeah. But the thing is also is just the fact that there's
like
these
Johnny
things,
Manziel
these machines
should have got paid. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, it's all right. But the thing is, you have these organizations. I'll put like this, there are many systems in America that are oppressive, and it's like, okay, of course, you're like, well, it's not. We would say, well, it's not slavery. It's not this. It's not that. But guess what? Any particular organization where you do not have a voice or the ability to get compensated properly for your hard work, and there's many entities like this that exist. The ability to actually unionize, be like, hey, these are what our demands are. This is what we think is fair. It is something that we've come to agreement with because we see how much you make versus what we make, and I think we should make a little bit more.
Right.
And if you don't give us a little bit more, we gonna sit this motherfucking game out. We're not running no more motherfucking drills until you do what we ask for you to do.
And
pay what you owe. Bitch ass.
Dear Santa.
Just like that. Because, like I said, for instance, in the field of education, you have, certain states that are paying their teachers, 50 to 60 plus. You still, Florida still ranked in 67th or whatever. Like even the county I'm in is ranked like pretty far back. You feel like, man, what the fuck? What am I working for if they doing the same job that I'm doing and they getting paid $10,000 more? Right. Come on now. So a union is a good thing. As simple as that. Unions are great.
Couldn't say it better myself.
Except the police union, fuck them niggas.
Yeah.
Fuck them! Fuck them up against the wall!
Yeah, that's it. Father has a motherless baby shower. Social media react. You seen that shit? The dude that had the motherless baby shower?
No.
You ain't see that shit? All right, it's a nigga that. All right, you know what a diaper party is, right?
Yeah.
All right, this wasn't that. This was a nigga that had a full blown baby shower. Gifts and pink decorations all over it, cake and all this shit. And it just gave off a whole lot of feminine energy, in my opinion. And that's some other dudes that was championing this shit because they was like, oh, he a legend. Nigga had a baby shower without the mother.
What?
Yeah. Like, I guess on some type of petty level of legendary, whatever. It just, to me, it gave off all types of feminine energy. Like, the type of energy of niggas wanting to be women. You know what I'm saying? Let's put it this way. You have this thing now where instead of complimenting each other, men and women are competing with each other, trying to be each other.
That's deep. That's deep.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
let me ask you something else. Let me
Mm.
ask, do you think that's more in the black community or the white? Because I don't see white women trying to be white men. I see, to me, I see most sisters thinking that it's cooler to be masculine.
It's definitely
It's
definitely in the black community.
it's like, and it's like we want to champion dudes being more feminine,
It's definitely in
as
the
if
black
that's
community.
a thing.
Because here's the difference. Like when you say, is it in the white community? The only place you see it in the white community is butch lesbians.
Or the poor. You think we say they're poor community?
No,
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 okay.
just butch lesbians.
Okay.
Those are the only white women that I see emulating white men
Mm. So what on the flip
that
side?
that have masculine energy. But when you look at straight white women, they don't give off, unless they're in corporate America.
Okay, yeah. Where they
Because
have to assume or try to take on some of those traits
yeah,
in order to
when
move
you
up.
see that, you'll see it there. So corporate America, lesbians, and nigga, a lot of the white women in corporate America are lesbians. I'm just throwing that
Okay,
out there.
that's deep.
But it's still like that's where you see the most masculine energy from white women.
Now in the
You
black
don't see
community,
much masculine energy from Asian women at all. And
hmm,
and and,
I wonder why.
and I don't think I've seen much of it in any Latin community.
I would say a tiny bit, but does that speak to their conservative values though,
Possibly.
or their traditions?
Possibly.
And also, does it speak to ours? Because to be honest, our traditions are really pseudo traditions, fake traditions. So
Name one. Like just give me an example.
everything is pseudo. Soul food is pseudo tradition. Soul food is shit. We like it, we eat it, and we said that
That's
that's
not
good.
necessarily true.
It's pseudo.
That's not necessarily true because
It's fake.
cooking collard greens that came from Africa.
Okay, well, I mean, well, that,
So
but
the pseudo shit that you're talking about is chitlins, hog maws,
that shit
pig feet, the
is
part of the fucking
better.
pig that we eat that we shouldn't. That's what you talking about.
Okay.
Those type of traditions. But the actual process of cooking soul food, the way we season our food, you know,
Yeah, well,
that
okay. Well, you
comes
going into
from
season and all that stuff. I get what you're saying.
yeah.
But I was just
But
saying, like, all
you're
the
talking
bad
about
shit.
the bad shit that we eat.
Yeah,
All the
like that.
fucking pork
Like, that's
and
just what I do. This is just
yeah,
what I
no.
do. No, nigga, you've been cooking the wrong shit for a long time.
Yeah.
And you wonder why you got type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
Talking about it running your family. No, it don't.
Yeah.
Stop eating that shit.
Eating that shit every day. Like you're not supposed to eat a Thanksgiving meal every day.
No. You're not supposed to
You know,
drink a big old gallon of tea every day with your grease.
right.
And be like, wow, why I can't move? Nigga, stop eating that shit. Pseudo traditions.
Facts. So yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's just that part of that tradition does come from somewhere. So, but what was we talking about?
Right. uh, we was I don't know, but we was talking about the NIL. I know we went from there to talking about.
We was talking about masculine.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
no
yeah,
no no!
yeah,
When you
yeah.
said the was it in a tradition
Yeah, our
for
tradition.
the
Well, for black, like where does the black one come from? What like
the
where?
masculine energy
Well,
in
in
black
the
women?
feminine, like how it's competing, like where it come from. Like I see it like in very like several instances where it's happening amongst us. Like like a black, like for instance, a black woman speaking up for herself or being ready to always challenge a man in some regards to maybe a physical
Black
altercation.
women
What do you mean?
actually having to be the man in their household.
Oh, okay, all right, all right.
You know, it, we know where it comes from. Prison industrial complex,
Mm.
slavery, the Willie Lynch theory.
Okay, speak on it. Speak
You know
on
what
it.
I'm saying? It, nigga, that's where if you want to, again, whether you believe in that fucking book or not, the action, the reaction, the results are fucking prevalent. You can see it,
Today.
nigga. When it says take the biggest, strongest male,
Beat up.
strap him up in front of his family,
Yep.
beat him within an inch of his life,
Yep.
rape him, and then whatever in front of his woman, the woman will now see that that man can't do shit for her, and she will see herself now as the protector of her child. Like all that come, and then sending all our men to jail, forcing the women if they want to keep their damn WIC and HUD benefits and
Yeah, yeah.
all their benefits,
Keep that
they
nigga
gotta
out the
kick that
house.
man out the house. That shit isn't prevalent. Now, that's why I say I haven't seen it in a lot of Latin communities, but I'm not around a lot of Latin communities. They
Right.
probably have that issue too, because that affects them too. So you might see Latin women with masculine energy too. Not
Yeah.
as much as black women though.
Yeah. Well, maybe the way we putting it is it's a deeper thing because you speaking to some deep stuff that shows and manifests itself into what we have today. But it's true though what you said.
Yeah.
It's like now it seems like men and women are competing and they almost switching roles,
Yes.
and it's like it seems more prevalent, but it's probably prevalent because of the things as though like the single households and all this other
And
stuff.
then when you
It
see
matters.
it, if a child grows up in a household where it's probably not even the dad, but it's probably a man living there but does not do a goddamn thing. He ain't fixed a light bulb. Nigga ain't cutting the grass. Nigga don't take out the trash. The fucking air AC go out. The nigga don't know how to fix it or don't know who to call to fix it. Nigga, nigga don't even change the fucking filters in the AC. You grow up seeing that as your example of manhood, and you seeing your mom doing all that shit gets inherited too. And it's been happening for a while because it's been deadbeat niggas living off of women for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
So that type of motherfucking that shit, they see that shit and it gets inherited and it gets
Mm.
passed down
Mm.
through generation to where now you see these fuck niggas coming up that don't know how to be men and act and have more uh, female traits,
Mm-hmm.
and these women that all they know is I have to be the man because men ain't shit.
Right.
And that's it's way more prevalent in the black community than any other community because it's
I'm
been
telling
done
you.
to us.
Mm.
It's been
Okay.
done to us. That shit is by design. That's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was just
that
thinking
shit is
that word
by
like 5 minutes
design.
ago.
It
I
has
was just
been
thinking it.
done to us.
I was just thinking that word 5 minutes ago. No lie, like dog. It's like it's by design,
So
whether or
that's
not
where
you
you
want to admit it or
see
not.
petty ass niggas as a way to get back at their baby mama, throw a baby shower. A full blown fucking baby shower, decorations and everything. Nigga, my homeboy Trey had a baby when he had his son. He said, "Yo, I'm finna have a diaper party." You know what I'm saying? Just to, just to kick it with my guys. And a couple friends from work. I said, "Cool. What's a diaper party?" He said, "We just come out and you just bring diapers." I said, "All right." I bought a pack of diapers. And we went bowling. Like we was all went bowling, cool, chilling, dip. Wasn't no big fucking celebration. Cause nigga, do you remember back in the day when niggas didn't even want to be around the baby shower?
Nope.
Because you knew what the baby shower was. A bunch of women playing these goofy ass games. You know what I'm saying? That niggas like tasting baby food and all this. Like, dog, the first baby shower I actually went to, I was like, this is what y'all do? Like, this is the baby shower? Because now they started to get more inclusive to where they had games that included the fathers. You know what I'm saying? Included the men. So now, what, my baby shower is a unisex baby shower. I started to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's more a baby shower is it's still a party for the mom because that's basically what you get all this stuff. Like I wonder what kind of gifts did this nigga get at his baby shower? Did you get a breast pump, nigga? Like, I don't know, man. It really just gave off a whole bunch of feminine energy to me, and I didn't fucking think the shit was cool. Other niggas did. Some niggas think that shit was legendary. I look at them type of niggas sideways. But I mean, don't make me lose respect for nobody. I just look at y'all funny because y'all think this shit is cool when it's not. But we can move on. We can move on because this topic here is uh yeah, like how we was talking about, you know, uh, kids earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's I read this shit a couple days ago, and it's basically just some shit that just pissed me off. So basically, we're gonna talk about discipline versus abuse, but this is where I got it from. So this horrible ass bitch and her bitch ass boyfriend
Mm-hmm.
charged with second degree murder of her 2 year old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, what happened is the bitch was getting ready for work. 2 year old daughter picked up her contact lens case. She punches the 2 year old in the head. Takes the 2 year old in the other room, and the boyfriend describes the shit as it sounded like it was two people in there fighting. This is a grown ass woman and a 2 year old baby. And I seen a picture of this bitch. It's a big bitch, big burly ass chick beating up on a 2 year old. Boyfriend says took the chick to work. When they got back home, the 2 year old laid on the couch, and didn't wake up. He was unresponsive. He said he tried to get a baby CPR, didn't respond. So what does this nigga do? This dumbass nigga pushed the baby in a suitcase, throws the suitcase in the trunk, drives to fucking Mississippi with the other kids. It was a 3 year old and an 11-month-old. Drives to Mississippi, takes the suitcase out the trunk, buries it.
Damn.
Drives back home, reports the baby missing. Says that she went missing after he was taking a nap or some shit.
So the same story, they were on the news, right?
Crying their ass,
Crying. And
crying their eyes
she
out.
said she knew not to go outside such and such, and I'm like, what? Like the video was it was crazy. I'm like, something don't even seem right. She sound ignorant, and she had like a red cup in her hand during the thing. Like you don't sound like a mom that's distraught about her 2-year-old being gone.
Not at all.
Mm.
Not at all. And then this is the shit that I'm trying to remain calm about this shit because I was pissed off. Just pissed the fuck off when I read it.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, dog, all right, we talking about a 2-year-old.
Two.
2 years fucking old. What could that baby have done to your contact lenses that warranted you punching her in the fucking face?
Crazy.
What could that baby have done? They said the baby had brain swelling. They said the baby, because it was unconscious, she was unconscious. Let me say it. Because she was unconscious, there's no way of telling whether she was dead or alive when he put her in that suitcase. Him putting her in the suitcase is probably what killed her. She's probably suffocated.
Damn. Damn.
But I'm trying to figure out, what could this baby have done to them contacts that warranted you beating her like that? Because here's the thing. There's a difference between discipline and abuse.
Right.
Discipline, baby, keep touching the stove. Hey, stop touching the stove. It's hot. Hey, stop touching the stove. It's hot. Hey, pop him on the hand. Don't touch the stove. It's hot. Now, if that pop don't teach the baby not to touch the stove no more,
Mm-hmm.
touching a hot fucking stove will.
Right.
So at some point, it's let them learn. But in that other point, like here's the way I caveated that, because it's like, if a child is doing something that could potentially harm them,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can't let them continue to do it so they learn a lesson.
Right.
So at some point, you have to grab them. Hey, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
3 little taps to the butt. That's all it take.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it take. Kids are more scared than anything. You don't have to beat them.
Right.
You don't have to beat, like, this. The point of a spanking ain't to fucking hurt the child. It's to scare them.
Right.
Scare them into not doing what the hell that they did anymore. That sounds bad when you say it like that, but when you look at it, that's what it is. Just when I'm using the word scare,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean that's what it is. If you was little and your parents told you not to do something, you kept doing it, the threat of getting your ass beat over it
We'll stop you.
will stop you from doing it. That's why I said, nigga, sometimes I just pull the belt out and stare motherfuckingly. You know what I'm saying? That speaks volumes. You don't have to say or do anything. Just stand there holding that belt. They know what the fuck that shit is. Stop a kid dead in his tracks. Like, huh? What you doing? Nothing. All right. But then nothing a kid does warrants. You look. What? Give me the.
Of course, of course. Yeah, man. Ain't nothing.
Nothing a kid does warrants this shit.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. I mean, my own example, the other day, my son was acting up a little bit, and he wasn't listening. He was dragging his time to go. We could get ready to go to school early in the morning, and just give him a little bit of just extra living. It's like, hey, we got to move quickly because I got to get to this job on time. So he kept dragging. So man, I got a little mad and was like, grabbed him by the arm quick. I guess he didn't see how I was gonna move that fast. And I popped him 3 times. And I popped him hard. But the thing about it was like, hey, we ain't got time for this. And I shot him. I scared him enough to the point where it's like, hey, Daddy serious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that was the end of it. I was done. I ain't gonna lie, I felt bad after doing
Right.
it.
You all like it's always.
Yeah.
So how you feel after
Mhm.
like that's this chick, this
Yeah.
dirty, filthy, nasty
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah.
How do you feel after just beating up your child?
Man, I felt crazy. And it's like I still let him know, Daddy love you. Still, you know, regardless, you won't go out and play afterwards.
Right. Like, all right, man. Now look. All right. Let's just all right, good. All right, let's go toss the football around a little bit or something.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
We good. You got the point.
Like at some point you gotta realize that you 4 or 5 times this kid's size.
Yeah. Your strength is
Your
different.
strength is on a whole nother level than theirs. They can't even fathom right now how strong you are.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not really that strong, you still grown.
Yep.
Like
It's different.
there's no way they can ever reach the level of strength you have in there as a 2-year-old. 2-year-old can't lift enough weights to get as strong as you.
No way.
Nowhere near. The weight's bigger than the 2-year-old.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on. And even at that time, they're cognitive thinking like a 2-year-old ain't thinking. They don't know that what they doing. If
Right.
anything, I could see that kid possibly putting that contact lens or whatever that case in their mouth or whatever, some stuff like that. Like that's a mistake.
A mistake. Hey, give me that.
Give me that,
No, you don't do that.
and that's it.
Put the contact lens up away from their reach because you know the kid gonna try to do it again.
Yeah, like come on. And that's ridiculous, man. When I saw that story, I was horrified by it. It was
Dog,
ridiculous.
I was so fucking mad when I read that shit, dog. And I
Mhm.
read the whole thing because I was like, I saw the headline, and the headline pissed me off. Like, damn, y'all murdered a 2-year-old, and I was mad. But then when I read the fucking read what it was over, read why she got a whooping, not a whooping, read why she got beat. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, contacts? You ain't got a spare pair of glasses? You need to see that damn bad? Nigga, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. My daughter. My daughter went in my bathroom. I had my contacts on at the time. But she went in my bathroom. We had the little the fragrance things, the oils. She knows she's not supposed to touch nothing in my bathroom. She's a kid. She's a kid. You can see like when kids get to doing this, they want to touch something. Now I don't know she in my bathroom, but I know she somehow was in my bathroom for something. I don't know what it was, but late at night, take my contacts off, put them in my case, put the shit in there to lubricate them, close it. I can smell the lavender oil, but I don't know where the fucking shit is coming from. Right? Fast forward to the next morning. They done went to school. I'm up. I think I'm getting ready to go somewhere. I put my contacts on. I go to put my damn contact in my eye. That shit burned like hell. And I mean hell. Like you ever no, you never put fire in your eye. That's how my goddamn eye felt. Nigga brought me to tears. Real tears because my tears came, they had to wash that shit out.
Yeah.
I'm crying, nigga. It hurt that fucking bad. I'm crying. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. This is my last pair of contacts. My last pair. I can't. I gotta wear glasses, nigga. I stopped because I tried to put the other one in the other eye. Like this can't be. Like I rinsed them off. I'm like I'm I'm squeezing the fucking bottle. Like like is it shit in my bottle? Because I can smell the lavender oil, and I don't know where it's coming from. So I'm smelling the case. I'm like it's lavender oil in my fucking case. So I'm thinking it came from the damn bottle. So I get up, I go and get a whole new bottle of motherfucking shit. Come back, rinse my damn contacts off. I'm still can't put them in my eyes. It burns like hell. So I stopped trying that shit. Now I'm going in there. I'm trying to deep soak them. Like maybe if I deep soak them in some whatever, it'll be all right in a couple days. No, fuck no. I stopped. I said, who the fuck did this? Who did this? Everybody come back home. I asked my wife. I said, did you spill any lavender oil in my contacts lens case?
My dog holding court.
She said no. She said, what the fuck? I said, somebody put lavender oil in my motherfucking contact lens case. I put that shit in my eye and I damn near burnt my fucking eyelids off. I'm surprised I ain't go blind. I called my daughter in there. I said, did you put this lavender oil in my motherfucking contact lens case? She said, no. I said, all right, listen. Were you in my bathroom yesterday? She said, yeah. I said, did you have the lavender oil? Don't lie to me. She said, yeah. What was you doing with it? I was doing like this. I snapped. I snapped, bro. I was hot. I said, you know, you could have fucking put my eyes out, blah, blah. I was mad. Mad. Grounded. Got the belt. Pat, pat, pat.
Mhm.
As mad as I was. Still conscious in my head knowing I am way stronger than this girl.
Mhm.
There's nothing she can do that will make me truly hurt her. But in this instance, she has to get a punishment.
Yeah.
And it has to be severe. Because she has to know you can't do that.
Right.
You don't come in my bathroom and mess with stuff because you don't know what this stuff is and what it can do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she got a little spanking. She got grounded for a week, and that was the end of it. Took her for some ice cream later on that week. Because that's my baby. But I mean, that's what we talking about when we talking about discipline versus abuse. It's parents out there that they get so mad at their kids that they want to physically harm them.
Yeah. Nah, dog.
Like you don't. I never spanked a kid with the intent to put a bruise on them.
Yeah, no.
Like I don't know, I don't understand people that get joy in that. Like you want to put bruises on your kid's body. I don't understand that. Like
It's crazy.
does that it make you feel good? Yeah, girl, I beat him black and blue. No, no, that ain't cool.
Yeah. Like I said, when I say my babies, like I said, you say your babies, like that's my baby, dog.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not doing
Like
that.
I can be mad as hell. But even in that anger, I'm still aware of who this is to me.
Right. Still.
Like this is a person that I'm supposed to be rearing up, protecting, providing for, loving unconditionally.
Still.
You know? And in that love, she might got to get these 3 paps.
Yeah.
3 or 4 or 5 paps with the belt because you did something that could have potentially harmed daddy. And you need to know that you can't do that no more.
Right.
This is serious. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing about this situation is while this is going on, there's a whole nigga in the house watching and listening, but
Right.
doing fucking nothing. I was more mad at that than I was at the actual
You wouldn't go see what's going on?
go see what's going on. Stop that shit.
Yeah, I mean, both.
They in it, it sounded like they was in there fighting. Nigga, it sound like a grown ass woman is in a room fighting a 2-year-old. Get your lazy ass up
Yeah.
and stop that shit.
You,
Like, what's that situation? What's the situation that makes you overlook the fact that your girlfriend is beating the shit out of her kids? Because it's kids. If she doing that to the 2-year-old, she doing that to the 3-year-old, and she probably doing that to the 11-month-old. And your ignorant pussy ass is just sitting there. You bum ass nigga. This is basically it.
basically,
You a bum ass nigga. Cause
good for nothing.
what's your purpose there? If you there and that's happening and you not saying nothing, that lets me know everything. She going to work and you take. Yeah, I know why you there. You living off her. She leave. You take her off the car. She lets you get the car.
we already know y'all living situation.
You just need to watch the kids. You just need to watch the kids. That's what you there for. Sit there, play PlayStation, motherfucking eat all the kids' snacks, and don't say nothing. That's one of them situations where you can't discipline the kids, but she gonna beat them to within an inch of their life, and you can't say nothing to her about it either. But what kind of hoe ass nigga is you? That afraid to fucking lose your security? Because that's what it is. He got a sense of security. He got somewhere to stay. He got a car to ride around with. He probably ride around the car, smoke it up with his homeboys. Don't pay a single bill. Don't cut the grass. Don't pay to get the grass cut.
You just there.
Don't even change the fucking light bulbs when they go out. What the fuck do you do? So when she's in there beating up her child, and then the child appears to have died, your thought process is, well, damn, she can't go to jail. If she go to jail,
I ain't got no place to stay.
I gotta move back in with my mama.
You know, the situation's not funny.
You are a bitch ass nigga.
You bitch ass nigga.
Put him under the jail.
You bitch ass, pussy ass, hoe ass, fuck ass, fraudulent ass, broke ass,
Homosexual ass.
nigga. The first thought should have been stop her from doing that shit. And if she didn't stop, the second thought should have been call the fucking police on that bitch. And at the worst, when that baby comes home, lays on the couch, and then does not wake up, okay, cool, you tried to resuscitate her. But after that failed, your next step should have been call a fucking ambulance. Yeah, you would have gotten some trouble because they would have said, well, what did you do? She was doing all this. What did you do? And your answer is nothing. But lay there and be a pussy ass nigga. But at least that baby would have got some help. At least you'd have been a man about something. But your pussy ass probably in there playing fucking Madden or some shit. Call of Duty. That's all you give a fuck about. I got somewhere to stay, play the game, smoke. Y'all, she don't give a fuck, man. She just, she just asked that I watch the kids from, now and then. She ain't had no babysitter, so I'll be watching the kids sometimes. And dog, it's good, man. Yeah, she be whooping on the kids, but I don't say nothing, man, because dog, I can't send her to jail, because if she go to jail, nigga, I'm on my ass. Pussy ass nigga. That's the type of nigga that this is why I'm not in favor of the death penalty.
Torture is.
Torture that. He should wake up every day, get zipped in a suitcase for about 2-3 hours. Up until where his oxygen about to go out, he in there gasping for air, then you unzip it. All right, back in. What the fuck? Yeah,
Every time.
every time. That should be the rest of his life.
Every time.
He shouldn't. He should. There should be no comfort, no joy in these two motherfuckers' lives ever again. They
0%.
should not know joy. They should just live with the pain that they endured on that baby girl. That's fucking it. That's fucking it.
What we got? What we got left?
I gotta calm down. I gotta calm down. But yeah, there's nothing a child can do that warrants that type of motherfucking.
Right.
So yeah, if you know of any little nasty bitches out there and fuck ass niggas that's out there just beating up on their kids, say something, please.
Say something.
Call somebody. Call the police. Call social services. Call somebody. Call somebody, because there's nothing the kid can do that warrants that shit at all. I don't give a damn how quote unquote bad they say the kid is. There's nothing they can do that warrants that shit. It's a child. Our job is to teach children, not beat them. Moving on. ATL2. We in it. You see the clip?
I saw like a little, somewhat of a little trailer where they was all walking together, right?
Yeah, that's all it was them walking.
I'm there for it. I love the movie. I absolutely loved that
Yeah.
movie when it came out. So
Now T.I. was asked about it, but he never confirmed if it was gonna happen or not. He just said we were in a clip. The clip you saw was real.
I
It's
mean,
out there, but he didn't, even in saying that, he didn't confirm that there was gonna be ATL2.
as far as him being a leading character in something, I liked it. I liked Trap Chicken with him and Mike Epps. I'm not gonna front. I thought that
Yeah,
movie
that
was
shit
pretty
was
good.
good.
That shit was good, but he can do that. Like ATL2 is needed. I would put that in the hood classic.
He said there won't, if there's an ATL2, it's not happening if Rashad isn't involved. So Rashad, that's his character.
Yeah. Well, like I said, like what's y'all next steps? But one thing for sure is you can't play no just getting out of high school ass nigga. You grown as fuck now.
They probably well, it's called Homecoming, so it might be like 10 years later, 10 years down the line, everybody all grown up.
All right,
Him
well,
and Nunu probably broke up, and they come back and rekindle some type of, I don't know.
we gotta be some new conflict,
Yeah,
and definitely have what my man Jason Weaver in there because he was funny as hell in
hell
this.
yeah, he funny as hell in almost everything he do.
Yeah, he needs more shine, more light, more everything.
Hell yeah, but if there is an ATL2, I'm here for it. Questlove to be awarded the Sundance Vanguard Award for Summer of Soul documentary.
Definitely need to see the documentary. He deserves his flowers.
Yep, that's all we need to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for it. Where is it?
Man, they be putting these documentaries. Some of them shits on Crackle. So
I was trying to find it because I wanted to watch it. I've
yeah.
seen it. Was it when we went to see? I'm trying to see where I saw the trailer for it. It might have been when we went to see the B nigga movie.
Oh,
It might be that, but I don't know.
go be nigga go.
Go B nigga go. uh, NLE Chopper opens a vegan food truck in Memphis.
Excellent idea. Thank you for giving black people more options.
This right here shows me that these young dudes are
Yeah.
about something.
Some in particular, I've heard some pretty positive things about him. Even though I think in the beginning when he, I guess, first started, he was saying some bullshit.
Yeah,
But
but
he's saying some positive.
the bullshit coming out their mouth aside.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes people say things to troll, to just
Get noticed.
get a reaction. Nigga, the baby wore a fucking diaper to get a reaction. You know what I'm saying? But now we talk about him, I do, in high regard as an actual lyricist.
True
You
enough.
know what
Yep.
I'm saying? And then a lot of these guys, they do have, issues that they bring awareness of. Like, who knew this nigga was a vegan?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just, like, things like that just boil down to wanting people to eat healthy.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to, like, these kids aren't their rap alter egos. Just like our rappers weren't they rap alter egos. They had things that they cared about. They had issues that they cared about, and people and having this platform is a way to bring light about it. And opening a vegan food truck is dope. It's dope.
I agree.
Let's hope that turns into a vegan restaurant and a vegan chain of restaurants. Because the
That'll be nice.
chain of restaurants provides jobs to the community.
That's it.
That would be dope. Speaking of jobs to the community, Chris Webber breaks ground on his $175 million cannabis facility.
Let's go.
That should bring hundreds of jobs to Southwest Detroit.
Hey, let's go. That's good.
Dope. Why?
Mhm.
Number one, that's another black owner in this cannabis industry, which is much needed because we're on the bottom of that too. And we should be finding out ways to get more black people into that industry. And two, Southwest Detroit needs jobs.
Yep.
Southwest Detroit needs jobs. I'm very familiar with Southwest Detroit and Northwest Detroit. I ain't too familiar with the East Side, but no shade to the East Side of Detroit. I love Detroit. Period. Nick Cannon pays off student loan debt of I think it was 7 HBCU students.
That's cool. I think it's a great thing, to be honest. And I'm not saying he could. I could say he could do more. Like, you a super duper millionaire. Oh, you can pay off more than 7.
But look at
but it's
HBCU
okay.
debt. Some of these schools
Mhm.
student loan debt is like $50,000, $60,000,
It is
maybe $100,000. Cause nigga, I know Cookman, their tuition is up to like what? It's a lot
17, 18,000 a year.
a year.
It's probably more than that now.
Yeah. So
It was
times that,
16 when we was there.
yeah, multiply that by 4.
See, that's 64,000. That's on the low end.
That's on the low end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you had, I think one of the students was Clark Atlanta. One went to Winston Salem. These are private universities.
Well, it was a beautiful thing. If he's able to do it,
No,
then,
Winston Salem is a state university. My bad.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Anything like this, and nobody said he's stopping there, but just the fact that he did that. You know what I'm saying? Pay it forward. If
Pay it
you if
forward.
you if you're able to, nobody's pocket watching Nick right here, man. Nobody. Hey, I'm not gonna sit here and say only 7.
Yeah. Now I feel you, but you know what? I'll say this about Nick Cannon. I won't say nothing else. I'll never diss his ass, man. Never ever. I don't care about his music being bad or whatever. But the dude is a stand up dude who made a
Yeah.
lane for himself, and
Facts.
he done just a great job being an entrepreneur. So it's like,
Facts.
all jokes aside, when they try to do that Eminem Nick Cannon thing, which was a trash like issue,
Yeah.
but Nick Cannon's the
I
shit.
mean, it wasn't trash in Nick's mind.
Yeah,
In Nick's mind, nigga, Nick was in the
Oh, he was a fighter.
100% right.
Yeah.
A
that's
nigga
what I'm
just
saying.
nigga just
Yeah.
talking about your wife for no fucking reason, dog. Y'all are through, nigga. Why are you still?
Yeah.
This ain't entertainment, nigga. This my wife.
Yeah, basically. Like I said, if he would have swole up
Eminem didn't want to catch them hands
at all.
You can out rap Nick Cannon, but Nick Cannon will beat the dust off of you, dog.
Yeah, and that's the thing though, because of his, well, even though we going somewhere else with it,
Yeah,
his rap mystique of Eminem being this, he ain't want no real smoke with him.
he didn't.
Like y'all stop that.
Let's just cut this shit out. Like, just picking up on what you said. Nah, I can't ever diss Nick Cannon. Now we had questioned him before when we were talking about, when he had was it Professor Griff
Yeah.
on his Cannons class,
Yeah,
and
we
then the
talked about
fallout
that.
from that.
On our first
But
episode.
I'll never diss him.
Yeah, no.
I'll question his motives. I'll question something, but I still see him as somebody that does good. This is a dude. This is a man that on his show, Wildin' Out, they had a whole season just geared towards Afrocentricity. The colors of the theme, the theme color was red, black, and green. That whole season, like 2 or 3 years ago. Like, come on, man. This is a guy that knows who he is.
He's putting on for it.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
being a
He's
black
got
man.
knowledge of self, and no matter what we think about that Professor Griff interview
Mm-hmm.
and fallout from it, he has been on the side of educating black people,
The whole time.
you know, making black people more aware of who they are.
Yeah.
And he's still doing it. And now with it, like he does good for black people. You know what I'm saying?
Still.
If he would have paid tuition to 7 white kids at PWIs, motherfuckers would be up in the uproar. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be mad at him. You can't be mad at him for this.
Yeah. I mess with Nick Cannon.
I fucks with him heavy. Black owned business feature for the day. I had it and I lost it. I gotta go back to it. Where you at? This is the Black Virtual Mall. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with it's a Instagram personality named A Conundrum. Okay. Well, she's an entrepreneur. I'm not gonna try to just describe who she is. You can follow her on Instagram, AKANUNDRUM, A Conundrum. But she is an entrepreneur who does a lot for black entrepreneurs and tries to get a lot of black people into entrepreneur realism. Entrepreneurialism. That's the word. Okay. So her Instagram page alone is a good follow. Just if you want to learn how to start a business, the ins and outs, what you need to do to start your own business, um, tax information, LLC information, corporation stuff like that. She has posts geared towards that, but she also has her own businesses. And then the one that we're featuring today, the Black Virtual Mall, is basically, well, I'll read the description. It's the first virtual mall to host all black-owned businesses, a food court that delivers food, a private lounge, and a movie theater. So, you know, it's I don't want to compare it to anything else, but basically, you go there. It's like a well, shit. It's a virtual mall. You go there, you go to the website, and it's all virtual. But it's like they have kiosks where you can go and order. You can shop from different businesses, and then order and stuff, and they'll ship your order to you. The food court, you go in there. You can. It's like I wouldn't say a Uber Eats or anything like that, but you can go uh click on um the different restaurants or food vendors, order the food depending on what city you're in, and you can get that food delivered to you. And then the movie theater is basically a streaming site. So click on the movie theater, you can stream movies for free. So it's a dope concept. Um, it's different than what we're seeing like on the side of like We Buy Black or Myria. Is in that vein, but it's on a different side of the creative spectrum as to where instead of just coming and looking up different vendors or whatever, there's a virtual experience of you actually
Yeah.
being in a mall. So it's dope. I played around with it a little bit. I don't think it's fully launched yet. It could be. It could be. I gotta go back and double check.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just go to at the Black Virtual Mall on Instagram just to
Mm-hmm.
learn a little bit more about it. The link on there is actually join the Black Virtual Mall, but that gets you there so you can actually look around and just play with it and see what it looks like. It's spelled how it's said, the Black Virtual Mall on Instagram, and the website is jointheblackvirtualmall.com. So y'all check them out. What's your last words, bro?
We got to protect the babies, man. We got to protect
Man,
the babies. That's first and foremost, and understand that they are the future, man.
facts.
It's ridiculous that we have to, we report on that particular story, but that was definitely something that needed to be talked about.
Mhm.
So hey, protect our future, protect the babies.
Facts, facts, facts. And as always, I want y'all to live and attack every day with the confidence of Jadakiss. If you go in any situation with that much confidence, you can't lose. Live in love like it's your last. Live in love like it's all you have. And like we always do at this time, this has been the Fuck That Shit Dog podcast.
We out.